Welcome to the show where we as creators are coming together to talk about YouTube and vlogging and just taking a break from our own channels to collaborate. If you're new and you like the idea of this, click subscribe. If you're a creator, come over to our Facebook group where we have a much bigger conversation all the time. My name is Danny Black from the channel Where's Danny Black, and I'm hosting the show alongside two other beautiful men. And one of them is Jay Boston from Melbourne, and his channel is called... What's it called, Jay Boston?
It's called Jay Boston.
Yeah, there we go. And then we got Benin from Gives a Minute, and he's down in Cobra Beach. And he was recently naked in one of his videos. And that was a very weird video to see. But I won't talk about that now because I'm sure that our guests will also want to be talking about that. So I would like to bring you to one of my favorite guys I've ever met on YouTube and in real life because of YouTube. And we've made some videos together, and he's been on CreatorCast before, but let's bring out Mr. NPR Mark Insby.
Oof. There he is.
Boom! Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Go!
How you going? Go.
There, yeah. Go! It's also, you can say Mark Insby /NPR because he's gradually trying to lose the NPR name branding and just stick with Mark Insby.
That's the
so
idea.
that people can just be like, Mark! Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi,
That's exactly right. Hi.
That is one.
That would actually be a good name too, a good channel name. Oh, hi, Mark.
That's
Where
one
is
amazing
the,
microphone there, Danny.
I need to write that down.
What is the NPR? What does that stand for, Mark?
So my original idea was it was called My Pop Reviews. I was going to do tech reviews and all sorts of reviews with my dog Poppy. So it was just a play on words. I was going to have her in the video, have a bit of a little puppy cliche, but that didn't kind of work out. I just got hyped and sucked into the vlogging bug.
So my name's Mark, this is my wife Amanda, this is Poppy, our dog, Yorkshire Terrier, she's about this big. This is Mr. Miyagi, and this is my city of Hobart. I tell a story every week, once a week, of my week.
Yeah.
Mark and I are having beers. I got a homebrew here.
I got a cider.
You got a fat yak.
Cider.
Oh, nice.
Fat yak.
This should be a real ale homebrew, but it looks like a dark ale.
Yeah, I saw that. It was a great pour from your video the other day. It was just like
One hand
head like this big.
And one-handed pouring is very difficult. I'm lucky now that on the CreatorCast I can use both hands. But yeah, I pretty much failed that pour.
Yeah. Well, while we're talking about Benon's channel, Mark, do you have any questions to Benon about him being naked recently on one of his videos?
It was definitely an interesting take. I mean, look, if that's when you're having a shower, I mean, you have to go through it, and that's yeah.
Yep.
But my question was, did you plan that to add something to the channel, or were you just getting ready to go and have a shower, and then you thought, oh, where's my camera?
It's actually the second time or the third time I've done it, and it just happens to be that that's what I was doing at the time. Yeah, Jay's got it there.
Yep, roll the clip.
Roll that clip.
Yep.
But I tell you what I did do as you watch this, I did check. Like I did put the GoPro up there, and the beauty of the Hero 5 and 6 is that it has the display at the back, so I could see. I think my pecker will be out of that if I have it on that angle. And I made sure that there was no pecker visible. But that's just what I was doing. That's what I do at the time. That's my 4-minute daily vlogs. That was the one I was showering. So there you got it. Yeah.
I bet YouTube's watching that, ready to press, strike 2 or whatever you're up onto at the moment.
Do you know what? By the way, my channel's clean at the moment. I've got no strikes. But that did get flagged as not suitable for advertisers, but not because of the nakedness, because of the title. Do you pee in the shower, or everyone pees in the shower? That's what, yeah. So I had to get it remonetized after the fact, which kind of sucked, but that's the game we play in, don't we, Mr. Logan Paul? Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
So what were you going to say? What were we going to say, Mark?
So what I was going to say then is, if that's the time you're having a shower, tomorrow night should start exactly the same as what last night's did.
He's having a bath tomorrow night.
Yeah, it did.
Unless you have a 4-minute shower.
No, it did. It started last night when I was putting on my clothes after the shower, and then tonight I was in my pajamas. And from now on, it's pretty much nighttime for me. Nighttime daily vlogs.
You're going to be sleeping again?
Oh no, I'm staying awake. I'm not sleeping on my vlog ever again. That was stupid. I lost subscribers from that.
Hey, you still had people watching.
Actually, one of those. Sorry, Danny. One of those videos is like 6,000 views or something. Just me sleeping. Hey, it's like, okay, fair enough. Thanks.
No way, 6,000
Something
views.
like that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Well, let's just bring it back to Mark Insby. And we just wanted to have him on as a creator, and we wanted to ask him certain questions that maybe, his loyal viewers will love to hear. And I know that every time you come up with a new video, I'm always like, Mark Insby's got another video. And my wife, Emma, is always like, she's always like, I got to get over there and watch it too. So just why did you start a YouTube channel?
Oh, I think I started it due to the Casey rave.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, another one. I got hooked. But just a quick side note, like Benin, I'm kind of off him. I've got to the stage where his stuff is almost forced now. It's kind of almost a little bit cringe. I do kind of watch it off and on, but usually when it would come on, there'd be a new video. I'd kind of watch it within the first couple of hours, where now I can go days and then all of a sudden just watch them. So he's kind of getting to the stage of almost an unsubscribe.
That flying car one was pretty good. That was if you didn't see that one, that was really good.
Yeah, no, I did watch that, and it was interesting. But I don't know, there's just something about the way he's going and the way he's heading that he's kind of lost what I subscribed to him for.
Yeah, true. I just don't like how he goes so far out of his way to not show his daughter.
Oh, man.
Like,
That's annoying, eh?
he does everything, puts her voice in, whatever, but just does everything he can not to show her face, and in like the most like it just does not help with the story.
Yeah.
It just
Why
kills the story
put her
for
in
me.
at all
Yeah,
if you're
and
not
like
gonna...
even blurred her out. Yeah.
Yeah, and he blurs her out. It's just
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I get comments every now and then about looks like Casey Neistat edited this video, and I'm like, well, I'm glad that you watched enough Casey Neistat videos to know that it could look like that, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you guys ever get comments about like being copied, like you're a Casey Neistat copycat?
I used to. No,
I don't get that.
No, I never have.
No.
Yeah, I don't
I
get
don't have
that.
enough subs.
Yeah, I guess with the
I think at the start,
posted
like,
board probably.
at the start, you kind of get onto YouTube, just like Mark said, because you've seen someone that you're like, oh man, I could do that. That sounds really cool. I want to do that. And you start doing it that way. And then over time, you develop your own style and your own edit. And that's where I think most of us are at. And Mark's just now developing his name a bit differently and doing things differently. So I think that's just a normal way that you progress through this YouTube life, basically.
Yeah, and I think you make a really good point. I think it's kind of been talked about a fair bit that most people start a channel and then it takes them probably 2 to 6 months to find that sort of avenue that they want to end up in, and then that's kind of where they go down. So I think a lot of people start with just the traditional sort of vlogging, and then they sort of head down a different sort of path and where they go, whether it's tech or whether it's daily sequential 4-minute videos or abandoned stuff or whatever. So
Cool. Well, Mark,
Hey, Mark.
what can you give us some of your? Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not.
Hi, Mark.
I don't know if you get that reference, Mark. Do you get that? It's from The Room.
Movie.
It's the movie the worst movie ever made, The Room.
Yeah.
I will send you a link and then you'll get it.
Get on board. Get on board.
It's terrible.
Greatest film.
I'll see if I can find it while you're talking.
Yes. Anyways, what are some of your inspirations on YouTube? Like some of the people that you like to follow, and besides us?
Besides, yeah, I think you boys, Danny and Bennett, you nailed it the other day when you were talking to Gina, I think it was. It's the smaller creators that still, for me, is where I get the inspirations. It's finding these new channels that I haven't found with, small sub count compared to some of the big ones. I think we all get big inspiration from some of the big ones. Like I think Peter McKinnon with cinematography and sort of slow motion sequences. I think that's sort of spread throughout most channels these days. But I think the smaller ones is where I find, like, Danny, your intro sequences and your lettering and the glitch sequences that you do with text. That's something I want to find out how to do, because that's, I look at that and I go, that's a really good quality part to the video.
You will be highly disappointed at what I have to tell you on how to do that. But I'll save that
Plug
secret
in.
for another time. It is a plugin, but it costs money.
But you know how to do it and I don't. I could probably Google it.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Danny.
Hi, Mark.
I missed it.
Yep, that's it.
I tell you, if you haven't seen that film and you want to know about it, Mark, you should definitely check out the Hey We're Talking episode.
Hi, Mark.
Yeah, you should watch that. You should watch the Hey We're Talking episode
I'll
where they
send you
talk
some
about
links.
it.
And, because there's also people watching this, hopefully, I'll put some links down in the description
Or
for
up
what
there.
we're talking about as well.
Or up there.
I'm not doing that. It takes
not-
forever to go through it.
Down there. Yeah.
Anyways, shoot, now we got off topic here. You guys have questions for Mark too, I'm sure. Everybody's been writing them down. And
I wanted to know how you're going with your 7 in 7. Like, do you foresee this going on and on and on like I do with my daily?
Yeah, look, it's something that I've been thinking about a little bit over the last sort of month or two. Is it sustainable for a long sort of period of time?
Right.
And I think, for me, it is. I think it's quite easy for me to tell a very small story in 60 seconds. I mean, it's not hard to fill up a 60-second block in a video. I mean, for you to do 4 minutes, you understand, Ben, and it's not hard to fill up 4 minutes. Once you actually get talking or anything, it kind of, that 4 minutes comes up really quickly.
Oh yeah.
So I think, yeah, especially when you're showering, and that's, time flies by.
I try to do like the 3-act, which our friend Jonathan Creek told us a few weeks ago, the 3-act play, and I try to fit that into the 4-minute daily vlog where, you start something, you create the tension, then you resolve it, and that's what I try to do in each of my daily vlogs. Not every day is suitable, but the shower one was, well, don't drop the soap, just keep washing,
that I laughed so hard when you said that the first time. I laughed so hard. I was not expecting.
Yeah.
Where,
I'll put that link down at the bottom too.
Down at the bottom, yeah, I got it. But I think for me, I don't look into the future about how I want the video to sort of come out. I just kind of film and then put it together. So the only thing I really think about is how I'm ending the day and what that means for the transition to go into the new day. So that's pretty much that's the only thing I think about. And then sometimes it can be 5 or 6 o'clock at night and I haven't even picked up the camera yet because life just goes on, and then you're just like, well, I've got to find something. But 60 seconds isn't hard to put in a video.
I feel like your sequences always start with, right, it's so and so, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you could
G'day!
maybe you could hit on that, like you could call it, the daily right vlogs or something where you every time, like I do, it's 9:28. You could be like, right, there's something there.
Yeah, well, Amanda, my wife, said early on, she said, that's your little, that word kind of grabs, and she said, you can't get rid of that. That's just, right.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. And I think I just do it habitually now. It just sort of comes out mainly, obviously in the beginning of the video. But, I mean, I do have to end my daily video, so I'm going to do that right now. And
Oh, cool.
Hey, I've got more questions for
let's
you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, well,
This isn't over, but
you can ask the question.
his videos.
You're live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Does this mean we're in your 7 of 7 for today?
Yeah, this is going to be in the 7 in 7. So
Right.
I'm just going to do my outro into tomorrow. Right. So I'm just going to say that is Tuesday. Creatorcast happening right now. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Right.
And there. See, it's done.
Right.
So now tomorrow I'll
Mikey.
just have... Yeah. So now tomorrow all I have to do is try and find a black screen somewhere. Whether it's pulling away from something, whether it's, I like to put in the glove box and open it. Whatever a dark sequence is, that'll be tomorrow's
What about
Hey, you
the
got into those
transition?
little jump cups, those jump cut things like Zach King. You should do some more of those. That was really funny, but do them as your transition to the next day or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll keep that in my ideas book. I've got a little,
You got a file.
yeah. I got a file
Put it
on
in
my
my file.
phone of ideas and things like that. I mean, I'm sure we all have an ideas section somewhere that we can sort of look in what you can do or what. If you've got a boring day, you just sort of look up and go, "Oh, I could do that."
I'm gonna go vegan on a cruise ship in a couple months.
That's
what
that's
it's
like
like
you
to be
going to
vegan on a
delete
cruise
Candy
ship.
Crush Saga. You're not going to go vegan.
Especially on a
I
cruise
will.
ship.
I think on July I'll
hell's July?
delete Candy Crush. July is when I go live every day in July, so I don't have to edit.
That is
I'm not
such
editing any
such
videos
a
in
rad
July. I'm
idea,
taking
Danny.
a break, and I'm gonna be live every day.
But Jay, you're going to go
gonna
live
be
again? You done a few live roles on your channel?
Yeah, I've been thinking of it. I was going to go live
did a
on
giveaway.
Tuesdays, but I haven't really had much to talk about. So, well, yeah, probably. Haven't thought about it yet.
Yeah, cool.
And Mark actually won. He won a prize on his
that's
right.
giveaway,
He wasn't
except
there.
Mark wasn't there watching, so he didn't win.
That's
I
right.
can't believe it. I went back watching through after I got Danny's message, and I'm like, "Oh, training got in the way of me winning
Exactly.
something." That'd be right.
Yeah.
What did he? What could he have won then, Jay? He could have won a skateboard.
And
right?
and a
Is that
Canon
right?
G7X Mark II.
And it would have saved Jay a little bit of
$210
money, right?
Delivery
Because,
to Denmark.
To
I
ship
may
it
as well
to,
got Meepo boards to give me
Denmark.
this brand new one. Oh,
Would have been cheaper.
Hey, I've got a question
Yeah.
for you, Mark.
Oh, me,
With your videos, do you have to be careful with what you put on them based on you working for the AFL? Like you probably can't mention it or put any brands in or anything like that. Like, have you spoken to them about it, or have they slapped you with any like don't do this, don't do that kind of stuff?
no, they haven't. They haven't said anything about it. I'm just taking the approach of being careful not to do anything that I shouldn't, so that it doesn't become an issue. So I mean, I can use some footage that I grab off YouTube, which I've done before. If I, like 7 plays in 7 days or the 10 of the AFL week, if I see a shot of me or a clip of me, I can put that in because that's just videos on YouTube. But like I won't. As soon as we get into a stadium, our phones, wallets, and everything are taken off us until we walk out. So like it's not as if I can film inside a venue anyway. Just the heightened of security means that we don't have access to phones during a sort of a game anyway. As soon as I walk into the change room,
Yeah, it
it's
makes
gone.
sense for
So,
betting and all that kind of stuff too.
but yeah. So I just make sure I'm above whatever the maximum is. I don't even go there. I can put little clips in, but I don't tend to focus too much on that part of my life. I suppose I probably could.
you mean the most interesting part?
Yeah, traveling around the country and umpiring in front of thousands of screaming fans. Yeah. I probably should. I probably could.
Yeah, I think
but
you
I
should.
think I'd have to be really, really careful on where the
Yeah,
line
I mean,
is. So I think I'm just being
that'd be really good to do
super
for a live
cautious and
feed.
going way under.
Like if ask any questions to an AFL umpire, that'd be pretty cool. I think you'd get a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm sure you'd get a lot of people
Ooh,
on
yeah.
that. Like, oh, what about that call you made? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. What
No,
about
that's awesome.
What about couldn't you do like game calls after the fact? Like play the whole game and then call it yourself, like as an umpire calling the game after the fact.
That'd be huge copyright
no.
issues. Yeah.
Not to mention me having an opinion.
Oh yeah.
On the umpiring.
Yeah, the other
I
umpires.
can't-
yeah.
Yeah, I can't have an opinion on the game or the umpiring without talking to the AFL first to get their approval for me to talk about the AFL. So
Pretty cool to be partnered
Yeah.
with the AFL if you could.
being the biggest company in Australia, it's a very narrow path for me to sort of walk down.
So, Mark, you have at this point you have how many subs?
375.
Thanks to
370.
Jay, 354.
354,
354. Oh, 334.
375.
Hang on,
330,
let me have a look. 335.
375,
340, 345.
345. So, I mean, we've all been there, and that's a that whole area between like that and 1,000 is just like atrocious. It's like
Grinding teeth.
no, it just barely moves. Do you guys have? I would love to know if Jay and Benon, do you have any like suggestions or anything for Mark, or any encouragements to kind of see him
Yeah, do
succeed
more umpiring
in
stuff.
his platform?
No, I think it'd do really well. That's something
I'll look
not a
into
lot
it.
of people do, and I think a lot of people are interested in hearing what happens before the game, after the game, like saying that your wallets and all that get taken off you, and do you have to iron your own bloody uniform, and like that kind of stuff. I think it'd be quite interesting.
And to roll off of the AFL video that Jay and I went because of you, that's popping in my channel, you're getting a lot of people from that video because I linked to you. And if they see something that's umpiring or whatever, they're going to click on it. They'll probably subscribe straight away because they're going to be like, oh, I want to follow this guy to see what he has to say.
And I
about
think
the
even
NFL.
like if there's a question that you can't answer,
Ride
just
the
'cause you
wave.
can't, then you can just say, look, I can't answer that just due to my job role. Anything else you'd like to talk about? Like that, I think that'd be fine.
Yeah. Benon, do you?
Yeah, I'd just say as encouragement, man, just keep doing it. Like you're obviously going to. You're right into it. You're loving it. You're dedicated. We can see that. Just keep going, and it will get more and more. And once it's exponential, once you start getting more, it gets easier to get more and more and more. That's my encouragement message to you, because I love it, and I know we all love it. So we're just 3 people, but there's more. 2 people. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4 in total. 3 plus
Like
you
a
makes
school
4.
banner.
Man, my maths has always been terrible. Because I'm looking at the screen here and I'm seeing you guys and I'm seeing me, I'm all out of whack.
Mr.
But yeah,
Benon
keep
here,
sticking
doing
it out
very
and
well.
you'll-
15,500 subscribers. Well done, mate.
Yeah, thanks to all those givers out there who've subscribed and watched my videos. It's really
You in the
pleasing.
shower?
It makes me happy. But it's not about me. It's about Mark right now.
Yeah, more naked ones. You'll get
More naked ones. And I tell you what, if that was a woman doing that the 15,000 would be 30,000 like this. But it's a dude in the
You gotta
shower
get that
naked.
girl back there.
It's not going to...
Just on that though, I don't really do it for this. I don't really do it for the subs. Like watching the subs grow is amazing, and like even getting over 300 was amazing. And one of the things I first started for was I got family all over Australia, so it's a way for me to share what I do in Hobart just with my family that live all over Australia. So that's one of the other main reasons why I started it as well. But subs. I do know that subs are supposed to go that way.
Well, it feels good to see sub count go up because it
Yeah.
means you're doing something right. Whether
Yeah.
I mean, you obviously want to do what you want to do first and foremost, but when you see a sub count go up, it releases those endorphins, and
Yeah,
it's like
especially when
it's
you
a
get
drug.
especially when you get a thumbs down. That's good for me. I love thumbs down. they make me feel like I've actually
Yeah,
annoyed
that's
somebody.
You surely you wouldn't be getting many of those though. Like your content, what's it a dislike?
Oh, he got some on the practical joke. with,
Yeah, but that
your-
video of
your
mine's
father.
hit 430 odd views. Like,
That
average
was a
like
great
50 or
practical
60,
joke.
and
That
this
was
has got over
fun. Yeah, that was fun. There was nothing to dislike about that. People, come on, man.
Yeah, they're hoping someone got hurt probably.
Yeah.
But I
Next
just
time.
wanted to try something different here on the channel, and I thought it'd be fun to play a game through Skype. By the way, if you're watching, we are all chatting through Skype, and the internet is not the best, so we're having fun with what we can do here. This game is called Jinx. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say a product or some kind of thing, and then I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, and you guys are all going to say something and try to say the most obvious one, because whoever gets it gets a jinx, and we will maybe keep score. But we'll do 10 of them and see if we can do
Can
it.
you give us an example before you go? Like give
Yes.
us one?
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I said a fruit, and I said 3, 2, 1,
Banana.
Apple.
Mark, did you not even say anything?
He was
I
that
thought
quick.
about a banana.
He was that quick that we didn't hear it.
So if you would have said banana and Benon said banana, then you guys got a jinx, and apple would have been the obvious choice, but
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right, here we go. Let's try it. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Musical instruments. 3, 2, 1.
Guitar.
Guitar.
Jinx!
We all get one.
A little delayed jinx, but yeah. All right, here's another one. Body parts. 3, 2, 1.
Hacker.
Feet.
Feet.
Oh,
All right, shapes. 3, 2, 1.
square.
Circle.
Did-
This game's not working.
You guys are not good at this. All right, how about this? An Australian state. 3, 2, 1.
Drunk.
Victoria.
I just
All right, how about
I
this
messed
type-
up that one. Purpose.
Type of pies. 3, 2, 1.
Beef.
Meat.
Ben just waits till everyone says it, and then he's meat.
No, I feel like the latency is an issue here. Like I'm hearing your answer, your question, and then I'm hearing Jay, and then I'm hearing Mark.
Oh,
I'm on
hi,
I'm on
Mark.
ADSL here, so I'm suffering.
all right. Last one, and then yeah, that'll end this segment here. But how about this? All right, famous YouTuber. 3, 2, 1.
Jay Boston.
Peter McKinnon.
All right. Well, thanks for playing the game, guys. And we have maybe no winners. We're all winners because we all tried. So, all right. Well, thank you again for being here, and we appreciate you being on the show, and we appreciate you being part of the Creator Cast Nation and following along and supporting us as well. So, that's awesome. We'll see you. We'll see you around.
See Mark.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
What a nice
You
dude.
talk about him.
What
Talk
a nice
about him now.
dude. Mark.
He's nice.
NPR.
And you know what? If
Right,
you're watching
Mark's
right
gone.
now and you really want tickets to an AFL game, just write a comment and
I don't
He'll
think
hook
you can offer that on
It's
his
a lot.
behalf.
I can't offer that. I can't offer that. Jay, thanks again for being here too, and Ben
Thanks, mate.
for being here. And I guess yeah, we'll see you next time. And we're gonna take our headphones off and be done with this. Woo!